What you're looking at here is a $6 million project in progress. It's designed as a maintenance facility which can service 5 planes at a time, with space for a parts depot, training rooms, and office space. At least that was the plan. But none of that's certain at this point because a portion of this land, the piece seen here marked with yellow tape, is apparently the property of a company called Construction Depot Limited. Tropic Air has a lease for this entire section, issued in 2008. In April 2014, however, Construction Depot got a title for this parcel within the area held by lease.
Our lease was straightforward and clear until April of this year, 2014. We began the construction in December, ordering the supplies. We started delivering them in January. We were informed by, we were aware that the lot next to us was owned by Construction Depot Limited, and we were informed in February that Construction Depot Limited, Brett and Sean Feinstein, I believe, are the owners, had claims upon our land here.
Schulte says they met with Minister of Lands Gaspar Vega in March. It was arranged that the boundary between the land owned by Construction Depot Limited and Tropic Air would be adjusted, and that would be the end of that.
He said that a mistake had been made in the Lands Department, and he asked that we adjust the boundary a few feet from our lease, which we understood would be maybe 5 feet. And actually what it did was it changed the angle of the boundary. And we agreed to that. And at that point, we thought that that was what was required by Construction Depot to solve the matter. We later, about 2 weeks later, my partner, Johnny Grief, received a phone call from Mr. Viejos saying that the matter had been resolved.
But it wasn't. Last week, fully 6 months into construction, Construction Depot took Tropic Air to court.
We were notified on a week ago, Thursday, that Construction Depot had filed an action against us in court. And so we therefore responded by filing an action against the government to enforce our lease on Friday. But the matter was brought up suddenly. Friday, I think it was Friday afternoon, our lawyer called us and said that we would be served. And at 4:15 we were served with a notice that court was Monday at 10 o'clock.
They asked for more time to gather their documents and got another week. But in the meantime, they have had to stop construction on the portion of the land which is under dispute.
I would guess that we're close to $2 million in the project of planning, architectural fees, engineering, drawings, construction that you see here. And I don't really know how much of it's viable because the main entrance to the building and the portion that opens on the street would be cut off. So we'd essentially have only, we'd lose 2 full maintenance facilities and all the associated rooms, all the offices. Pretty hard to say. I would guess the company would be a couple $1 million into this by the time we counted up all the losses and the contract fees and so forth. And then, of course, who can put a value on the jobs?
According to Schulte, the project, which is absolutely necessary for the expansion of Tropic Air, isn't viable if they lose in court.
It's a terrible loss, and it's inexplicable and not understandable to me. I think we've done everything we can to try to work this out.
The case is scheduled for June 25th. Mike Rodon for News 5.